Lenders want to get you a new car loan. We won't be happy with anything less than 100% credit approval. See our inventory at number1cjd.com. Get a great deal and help us celebrate our anniversary. Jacksonville, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Arlington, 9600 Atlantic Boulevard, across from the Regency Square Mall.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. This is the Sports Den with Denny Thompson and James Coleman on 1010XL.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy at Big Game James _36. Big Game James 36 is still locked up. I'm doing time. With Denny _Thompson, and this is the Sports Den on Petty Friday.
So the mask is now a hat.
Yeah, it's one of those cool things. Like it can multitask. Thanks to the big wigs at 1010XL for hooking a play up.
Generosity.
Now I can be safe and represent my
HR person though is claiming that these masks, no bueno. They actually don't do anything.
Okay.
Just saying.
I mean,
wait. Okay, so the Big Boss gave us these, right?
That's what I was like. So they work.
So Big Boss is cool with it.
To me, it work.
Big Boss cool with it.
Yes.
I'd much rather wear this than the other stuff. But Petty Friday has been interesting. It's a mix of today. Some of the things I want to talk about is a mix of petty and sadness.
Sadness? We're going sad on a Friday night?
I mean, this. I mean, and not being like joking. Like, this is really sad. You didn't hear about Rod Orr, the young man from UAB?
I got to be honest. I have not heard a thing today. I've not left the facility all day until I came here.
He got shot by accidentally, and he passed. A freshman football player at the University of Alabama, Birmingham. The two-time defending champs that I think Miami opens up with.
Yes, we do. Actually, I forgot about that.
Do they? Are we sure?
That was our one. Well, if there's a season, that was originally a non-conference game that they decided to keep. I was hoping they would keep.
What's Florida State going to do with their non-conference game since they can't play Samford? Have they said?
That game against FAMU was looking real tempting right now.
No, I don't know. FAMU's going to play one game.
They're trying to get it. They're trying to do the same thing that the two other 1AA conferences have done. They've canceled their season, but they're allowing them to have their non-conference opponents. Like North Dakota State is still going to. They've their conference has canceled football.
That's my guy, right?
Trey Lance.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they've canceled football.
If he doesn't have a season, I'm riding.
Have you ever seen Trey Lance play?
Of course.
You have?
No.
Games. Okay.
But I've seen him on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Well, that counts.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, that obviously counts. I mean, if you can't count YouTube, then who have any of us ever seen?
If a guy like him doesn't play, is he
still
going in the first round?
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Really?
It actually probably helps him.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I mean, it's like this year, there's no doubt the first two. And he's pretty much the
Number
third
3.
guy. Yeah. So really just whether he plays or not, it's okay.
Who's better?
Who wants to draft the third quarterback? It's not even like a person. It's somebody needs a quarterback. The first two have come off. Who's the third team that needs one, and when do they pick? And that's where Trey Lance will go.
So the Jags with Trey Lance, would you be okay with that?
No.
Hater.
No, I would not be okay with that at all. I mean that's a good question, but no. Trey Lance with the Jags? No. I mean, right now, no. I'll pass on that. If it's not Fields or Lawrence, it's not. Let me back. Yeah, okay, I'll go with both of them. If it's not Lawrence, it's not an insta pick. Like, holy cow, let's get it up there before the. Like, if you were going to say I've got the number 1 pick right now, I'd go ahead and submit the card now on August 14th. Here you go, NFL.
Justin Fields, lock it in.
Trevor Lawrence, done. Don't even want to entertain trades. Don't want to be tempted. It's a wrap. It's done. Probably feel the same way about Justin Fields. Not as strong, not as convicted about it. Outside of those two, then I'd have to look at the other people.
Yeah, PFF mock I'm looking at has my dude Trey at 17.
That's solid for him.
If the Jags draft 17, that was a successful season, and we're keeping Minshew.
But I mean,
and the Bears are definitely not going to draft 17 next year. It'll be much higher than that.
Well, that depends. Are we talking if the Jags draft 17 with our pick or with LA's pick?
Oh, true that. Number 1 and 17.
That'd be a good draft for him, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So what else do you have on Petty Friday?
I mean,
you started off with somebody getting shot.
I mean, right now, to be honest with you, I'm trying to get my bearings back because I've been talking literally all day.
Okay.
I'm tired of talking.
Okay.
I have my book bag giveaway that's going on tomorrow, and I had to do a media run in Tallahassee. I did like 4 radio stations.
Okay.
And, I'm thinking, so I did one with a guy who's a friend of mine, but he's an OG. But you know how old people don't like to talk very much. But a guy named Joe Bullard.
A radio host?
He does music, like not talk radio. But like he talks a lot, but it's really just him introducing the song and then moving forward.
Yes.
So
maybe the weather.
I do. It's like as soon as I start, I'm done. Like he's like, all right, James, see you later. I'm like, oh, did I even talk about did I get the only good saving grace about that is he played my 30-second spot that I recorded here that they had and Chad hooked it up. Chad's good at editing stuff.
You're used to having like full 20-minute blow past the brakes.
Right.
Well, okay.
Segment.
When I'm doing somebody else's show, I know how to do somebody else's show.
Get in and get out.
I do TV too, and TV is way different because
yeah.
what I found out about TV is it ain't no run over.
Yeah.
If it when they got a break, you could be mid-sentence and they're going to commercial. Like you're just going to be talking to yourself.
Exactly.
So I'm thinking every interview is going to be like that. Wrong. I do another one. Most of them were pre-recorded. So like I'm talking to this guy on the hip hop station, and I'm like, all right, it's gonna be 3 minutes. He's like, nah, we're gonna do an IG live interview, and I'm gonna cut it up. Do it 30 minutes here, another 30 minutes there. They're treating me like I am an expert on sports talk radio. And you know what they're all asking me? The same questions about Mike Norvell. Mm. So what do you think is going on? And I've got to be, I can't, like, this is my show.
Come up with something outrageous.
But this is my show. I can say what I want to say in Jacksonville. I don't want to say what I want to say on their shows. Like,
were you just like, hey, he's taking them back to the top?
No.
This program is going back to the top.
Yeah, I obviously don't understand what we're trying to do here.
I didn't say he inspires me.
What it's all about. Yeah.
I didn't say.
That would have been great. That would have been great if you'd have just yelled that out.
Actually, that would have been a perfect interview right there. I could have just took those 3 quotes and recited them and then just been like,
recycle, just keep going. Remember, okay, so a couple weeks ago when I wasn't working this show, I discovered that Mike Norvell every Monday had motivational talks.
Has he done
online.
any more of those?
I was about to ask you because things aren't going so well.
I haven't seen any more. Like that was the first time I'd ever saw it.
And the last time.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I've said this before about Coach Norvell. I have no quarrels with Coach Norvell. I actually kind of like Coach Norvell. I don't know if I could have played for Coach Norvell. And that's me saying this now because my coach I love my coach. Night and day different. Bobby was not yelling and preaching at me every morning. I can't take that early in the morning. Like, let me, or early in practice.
And who's in control of that? You make the choice. You make the choice.
Jeez.
Right now.
Like, why are you yelling?
This moment.
Who
The
is he
next 30
talking
minutes
to?
of my life
Us?
are going to be the best I've ever had.
Whoa. Time out. This isn't like a recording
It
of him talking
says
to the team?
starting the week off right with Coach Norvell giving you all the Monday motivation.
Oh, thank God.
But it's not a video. It's just audio. So you don't know he's talking.
Oh, my gosh. I thought this dude was like sitting in his basement doing this.
On Zoom.
Do they have basements in Tallahassee?
No, they don't.
Hold on. We still have 30 seconds.
Let's go do it. And you do it with every rep. When coach is talking, listen with your eyes. And then apply.
What does that
Aggressive.
even mean?
And then before that next rep, get better. Make the choice
This
Have that
y'all
mindset.
stop. This isn't Mike Norvell.
Yes, it is.
This is y'all's coach.
Watch with your eyes.
Calm
Or,
down, man.
What
Hold
did you
on.
say?
No.
Listen
It
with your
sounds
eyes?
good. Yes, you said listen with your eyes. I don't even know what
That's-
that means. Like,
That's coach speak.
Coach, I'm
This
I'm
guy
confused.
is. Why is he yelling at them?
I'm over here, JJ.
No
J-
wonder they hate him.
J-
dude.
JJ, listen with your eyes.
Man, you just took those
You know why they
COVID
wouldn't-
infected
Yeah, you're
headphones. And
right.
put 'em
You
on
know
your
why
eyes.
I know they wouldn't do that? The players, because they're not even allowed to wear earbuds.
They can't wear earpieces, so they can't wear
Why?
hoodies.
Why is he yelling at people?
Because that's him. He's high energy.
That's
he's
not.
motivational, and
He's mean.
He yells. Like to
You've,
me,
you've met him, right?
yeah,
Interviewed him.
it was just like that.
He's
No, let me rephrase that because
He yelled at you.
I'm a grown ass man. you ain't just yelling at me like that, dog. Like you gotta calm
You know what he
your
is?
calm your tone down. We the same age.
You know what he is?
What?
He's a motivational Tom Coughlin. Like,
Oh,
remember
he's
how
not
Tom Coughlin
motivating.
just yelled at
Yeah,
us?
Yeah.
But he's not very motivating, is he?
I mean, that gets your juices flowing a little bit.
That annoyed me.
If right now it's nothing, it's dope. But like if you keep doing that and like nothing's happening,
Dude, if y'all are like 9-1,
then it's gonna be the most amazing thing ever.
Exactly.
You're gonna
Oh,
see
he'll be on the speaking circuit.
yeah, you'll
once a
see
day,
you'll see every coach in America trying to emulate that.
motivational Mondays.
But if we're like below 500, people gonna be like, all right, Mike, calm down with that, Mike. All that rah. We ain't here for all
yeah,
that, man.
just recruit, win games.
Wow, so that's the thing every Monday?
It was on the 3rd.
It was
So
that Monday.
I think that it's over after that.
We've been having a little bit of issues right now.
If that's every Monday, I'm following Mike Norvell now. Was that Mike Norvell's account or was it FSU?
It was the
FSU's
official
account.
account. It was the official account. Which listen, I don't have to like it. He ain't talking to me. If those guys like it and they're sending out, I am safe when Coach Norvell talks to me like this tweets.
Wink, wink.
That's all that matters.
Everything's cool.
Mike Norvell and Manny Diaz need a podcast.
Oh, Manny's the opposite of Mike.
That's
dude.
why well.
Sucks with the X's and O's, but like is a cool guy to the kids.
Okay.
Is that not true? I just
mean-
assume so because nobody leaves.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the kids think of him. I know what my interactions with him are.
I know
he
their
just doesn't
testing
like you.
protocol is up to par.
No, he can't stand me, so that's probably it's his interaction with me probably isn't.
A little biased, maybe.
Yeah, it's probably not the norm of what it is with other people.
They added their last 3 testing rounds, 0 positives from the University of Miami in the epicenter of COVID in Florida.
I'll say this. I was just on the phone. I can't think of his name. I know his Twitter handle. Ebony Styles. He's a good friend of Leon. He played offensive line with Leon. This is gonna come to me. His name's gonna come to me. But he called me. He knows he was trolling. He ain't called me all COVID, but he was ready to troll me.
Hey, just was thinking about you.
He was like, James, man, what's going on over there? Because he got this real cool voice. He's like, hey, James, man, what y'all got going on over there? And I expect he talks like he's shaking it because he big people. He's shaking his shoulders. And he's over there like,
He's big people.
he's big. Yeah, he's a big guy. He's like, we over here, we've bought in Miami. Our guys ain't partying. They're not chasing. They're not dressing up girls as football players and bringing them into the hotels. They are focused. And I'm like, one, I don't believe
Except
that
for
last
Russo,
part.
who left.
But Russo's focused on himself. I
Yes.
ain't mad at that.
Neither am I. As a Hurricane fan, I mean, I'm mad at it, but that's sort of what they go there for, to
Yeah.
go to the NFL.
But like he's telling me all this, and I have nothing to like. I don't have nothing slick to say. Like nothing.
What do you mean?
No comeback. I don't
Your
have a
coach
comeback.
is like Tony Robbins.
Yeah, but we got cats over here handing out COVID like high fives.
They're just trying to do the herd immunity thing. They're really looking out for the fans. Is all they're doing.
And then they're doing like get out, like they're hypnotized. Like I just still can't get over that. Like even if it's like I know it's true, and they probably did feel safe, whatever. But just again, like I said yesterday, just remix it a little bit. Like
Well,
add
they
a
did.
comment.
Not all the tweets were the same. There was like a sentence here or a sentence there, but it was all pretty much, we're safe.
And when is
And
it
when you
like-
use that word safe, I
they're-
think you're unsafe.
They're feeding me They're treating me well.
Yes.
Yeah.
3 hots and a cot. It's fine. It's definitely not jail.
Well, it's going to be interesting, though, because the 20-hour rule gets into effect next week for most schools.
Okay.
It hasn't been into effect.
I don't know what that is. What's that?
The 20-hour rule?
Yeah, is that like, what is it? One practice is 20 hours?
I mean, it's been what you said. It's been to where they could just come in there at 7 a.m., leave at 10 p.m., wear them out. But now,
listen, all of it is the same. Like, weightlifting doesn't count. Well, one session only. Like, they could pick which session counts. Film, you're doing that because you want to watch film.
Right, it's voluntary.
Yeah, the only thing you have to do is the 2.5-hour practice. Everything else you're doing, but if you don't do, they'll find somebody who wants to do it. And, just like opting out. Like, so
864 on the, I knew we were going to get this, on the Lifetime of Closers text line. I guess doesn't like me making fun of Mike Norvell.
Okay.
Says, while Mullen puts UF fans to sleep and Diaz talks like a car salesman.
I mean, hey, listen, that's a fair critique. I don't know about Mullen. Does Mullen put people to sleep?
I don't care.
Mullen's kind of
just
Mullen's quirky. Mullen's quirky, but as long as he wins, he's good. Listen, when Mike wins,
you're gonna love that.
This is gonna be the greatest thing. Like, people
wear a shirt of him saying you inspire me.
I got to make sure I patent that before FSU tries to make money off of that, because that was the one thing I liked in the whole speech. I was like, yo, that's the craziest thing in most of Mike Norvell's speeches that most FSU fans have not caught yet. He is a heavy accountability guy on himself. On himself. Oh. Every speech is about you taking control, me controlling my destiny, me doing this. But when he messes up, you know who they don't want to hold accountable? Mike Norvell. It's everybody else's fault. And I'm like, who are y'all listening to and who are you inspired by? Because you clearly can't be listening to this guy. Well, you're listening with your eyes. That's the problem when you listen with your eyes. When you listen with your ears, you comprehend a little bit better.
We were talking about podcasts, what they should have done today. And I don't know if this is on your list to talk about, but what they should have done today is they should have made a podcast of the SEC conference call between the football coaches. I would have loved to have heard this. ESPN.com's got a lot of quotes from it. Have you seen this?
Nah, but you know what, though? Let's take a break and let's get into that, because you just reminded me, because there's some accountability that wants to be had a little bit about that, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a break here on this Petty Friday, brought to you by thehumidor.com. Type in sportsden at checkout for 20% off so you can get your good smoke, especially on Fridays. It's for Wednesday Fridays. This is the Sports Den. We're going to come back and talk a little SEC football.
When it's time to saddle your horse and hitch your wagon, ride with the Franchi Show.
Let's ride! Yeah!
Afternoons on 1010XL.
Let's ride!
Yeehaw!
Oh,
It's Friday. Hopefully, you're still kept up your quarantine exercise schedule, which means there may be something on you hurting. If you stopped because something's hurting as well, get to Southeast Orthopedic Specialist. You don't have to limp around. Keep that schedule going. Like, get it fixed, get physical therapy or whatever you need, and then keep doing you. Keep getting better. Keep losing weight. Keep exercising. Keep going outside, all that kind of stuff. Get to Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. They're the best of the best at orthopedic medicine. Get over there. Locations all over town. se-ortho.com. That's Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here for Pella Windows and Doors. These intense summer storms are a good reminder to visit the Pella showroom on Phillips Highway. Check out Pella's new Hurricane Shield and Defender series. These amazing windows exceed all coastal requirements for storm protection. Seriously, they can withstand the impact of a 2x4 shot out of a cannon at 50 feet per second. You want quality style and protection? Visit PellaJacks.com and the showroom on Phillips Highway right next to Tesla. That's Pella Windows and Doors.
Recently, a new client called me and started by saying, "Mr. Morgan, I really need your help, but I'm just a nobody." Those words stunned me, and I immediately called him back, and we're now helping him and his family after a terrible accident. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Everybody who comes to our firm at their time of need is a somebody. I grew up poor, but my grandmother was like a queen to us. At Morgan & Morgan, our goal is to level the playing field for you and your family at your time of need. The insurance company has unlimited money and resources. You need a firm who can fight them toe to toe. For right at 30 years, we have fought them in courtrooms throughout America. Our results speak for themselves. And always remember this: everybody is a somebody, and nobody is a nobody. Visit forthepeople.com to learn about our firm, Morgan & Morgan, for the people. Now pound law on your cell. Pound law, that's all. Offices, Jacksonville.
Right now, they're on their way to disrupt your life, make you uncomfortable, and rob you. Don't bother calling the police. They can't help. That's right. Summer heat and humidity are about to attack North Florida again. You know what to do. Call Mike Merritt. Mike Merritt's Heating and Air has a license to chill. When heat and humidity are attacking you, Mike Merritt provides a comfortable chill at a bargain price. Mike has been keeping North Florida comfortable for 30 years. This year has brought new challenges, but we've been tested before. Americans are tough and caring. Mike Merritt wants to thank everyone for pulling together, especially those on the front lines who maintain vital services. Mike Merritt is taking special precautions to keep you and their employees safe as well as comfortable. And as always, with Mike Merritt, there are never overtime fees. Whenever you need them, they're here for you. Visit merrittair.com. Florida license number CACO 50384.
Been dreaming of Subway tile and butcher block counters? Outdoor kitchens and pavers?
Oh, honey.
The weather's great and it's time to knock out those nagging home projects with a Honeydew HELOC from 1-to-1 Financial, Jacksonville's hometown credit union. Borrow up to 90% loan to value and pay no closing costs. Best of all, we'll give you a free wheelbarrow. That's right, a free wheelbarrow. Apply today at 1to1fcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA. Just please, no more shiplap.
When it comes to hunting and fishing,
That's some pretty fancy shooting down there.
they live the life.
Look at this beast.
Jeff Lageman, Captain Kevin Favor, and Captain Kirk Wallace on the Nimnik Chevrolet Outdoor Show. Saturday morning from 7 to 10 on 1010XL.
At Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet, your safety is our #1 priority. That's why we've created our exclusive Beaver Cares at Home purchasing program. Browse our virtual showroom, arrange test drives, and purchase a vehicle with wow savings, all from the comfort and safety of your home. Plus, take advantage of this month's specials like 0% interest, no payments until next year, or up to $6,000 in savings. A lot has changed, but wowing you has not. Visit Beaver Toyota or Beaver Chevrolet online now.
Like working outdoors and want better pay and benefits? Superior Fence and Rail is seeking full-time fence installers with pay ranging from $16 to $25 an hour and more with commercial experience. Superior Fence and Rail will train you to work with their professional team and provide you with all the tools you need to be a top-notch installer. Get off the fence. Call Superior Fence and Rail today and start your career.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
AC's broke, it ain't no joke. Call Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. Florida Home AC. FloridaHomeAC.com.
Ackerman Urology has the latest options for improving men's health and vitality. Our board-certified urologists treat prostate disease and sexual health issues to ensure your confidence and wellness. Visit AckermanUrology.com.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
Because it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got nothing to do.
I choose you, babe. It's one of the greatest songs ever. It's a really good intro, just because it's a great song. It really has nothing to do with it. But you're talking about the SEC, and there's trouble in paradise.
Oh yeah.
Where's where football was played in King James version? Like, what's going on?
So a conference call, SEC football coaches yesterday became heated when the issue of how each team's 2 additional opponents were decided. If you think back a couple weeks ago, we were on air when they were announcing these, and teams like Arkansas, got dealt.
The worst schedule in the history. Like you think they hired an offensive coordinator who messed up an entire program? The way that the guys
I was wondering how long
treated
it was
them.
going to take you to go there. They already have to play LSU, Alabama, all of them, and then they got Georgia and Georgia and Florida put on their schedule.
Just not fair.
Mississippi or Missouri.
Missouri just says, which Missouri is technically opting out.
Missouri got Alabama and LSU added to their schedule.
They weren't. Missouri wasn't really.
That's savage, dude.
So this conference call, it came up, and
wait a minute, Arkansas's AD brought it up.
It doesn't say who brought it up, so there's no names used in this. It said the call turned contentious. After one coach asked for specifics on how the league selected the opponents.
It kind of sounds weak, like because you're ducking people, but at the same time,
it's a fair question.
I respect it.
It's a fair question.
And I don't think he probably didn't say he didn't use Robert's Rules of Order. Like, or he said, Mr. Moderator, excuse me. Question for the floor. How did we get the hardest schedule in the history of the NCAA?
He said, how in the GD did we end up getting Bama and LSU?
That's what you would think. And I can hear that in the Arkansas coach's voice. That sounded
Was it
like
the coach or the president?
Okay, so
the coach,
the
so
AD, I mean.
So hold on.
Hey, cuz. hey, cuz, how you put that on us like that, man? What's wrong with you?
Well, they got a response. Whoever asked the question, again, they're not naming names. But it's either the new Arkansas coach, right, who came from Georgia, or it's the dude from Hangover that's now the coach at Missouri.
Yeah, fair.
If you don't know, we're talking about, look up Missouri's new head coach. Looks just like the
Drinkowitz?
dentist.
Is that him?
Yeah, Drinkwitz.
They were unsatisfied with the response. As many as 4 other coaches chimed in with their own concerns. And at one point, a coach claimed favoritism was played. Another coach asked the league if they would be willing to release the formula to the press.
That's what I heard.
Because we're getting pounded with all these questions from the press about it, don't have any answers, and we're told no because there was no formula. And he says that's why so many coaches are pissed. There just wasn't a lot of clarity and transparency on how they arrived where they did on the 2 extra games. That rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, another coach said. The call got pretty wild. It would have been a good piece of reality TV.
Somebody said, when I see you at Whole Foods, it's on site, Mr. Commissioner.
He's like, I know I'm safe then because there's not a damn Whole Foods in the entire state.
A coach told ESPN, they told us they were trying to balance the totality of the schedule, but what was already on our schedule shouldn't have mattered.
Balance?
That was a given. That's got nothing to do with anything. Again, they weren't giving us a lot of answers, so this is what they get.
Damn.
I mean, it's pretty simple. The 2 teams with new coaches. Does the SEC even want Missouri anymore?
Probably not.
No, they would trade Missouri for whatever.
You think this is their way of saying you should just be happy to
Get
be
out.
here?
Get out.
Of course.
Get out. You're Vanderbilt.
The 2 teams with the 2 new coaches, outside of Ole Miss, Mississippi State, they've got new coaches. But the 2 teams with 2 new coaches got the hard schedule.
Have you heard Vanderbilt say anything? Vanderbilt understands their role, and they just sit there and they just take their ass whooping every year in and year out with the check that we give them. But what do? All I hear is complain.
Well, here you go. Here's the first-year coaches. Arkansas, Sam Pittman, will play 6 teams ranked in the preseason coaches poll.
Nice.
Remember, there's only 10 games.
So your schedule's number 1.
Mike Leach will play 5, another new coach.
He does.
Including road games at Alabama, Georgia, and LSU.
He's good.
Lane Kiffin will also play 5.
Hold on. Road games at Alabama, Georgia, and LSU.
Yes. And Lane Kiffin will play 5. Eli Drinkwitz, the Missouri coach, will face 4 teams: Alabama, Florida, Georgia, and LSU, ranked in the top 8.
At least he doesn't play them all at home.
A league source told ESPN, if we're still arguing about this 2 months from now and playing football, I'm all for it.
I was about to say, isn't that great, though, that all these other conferences are like arguing about playing? These conferences are like, why are you making me play them? Like, they're arguing about the schedule, which makes me very optimistic as a fan that this is going to happen.
Oh, SEC is playing. Even the ACC, even though they got a couple hiccups that we got.
Yeah,
talk about,
ACC's got some Yankee schools
it's
that
this,
are like not
that's
down.
what it is. It's some schools up north.
Yeah.
Like we can, and then you know what we're talking about doing? Stay home. We'll divide this money up without you.
We'll give y'all Missouri.
Missouri doesn't want
For who?
Missouri's just
for who?
Hold on, Missouri's won a couple Easts.
No.
Did you say for who?
But anybody.
No, I said we'll just give y'all Missouri.
Oh, for free.
Yeah, y'all can have them.
Nah, we'll slide on another school there.
Syracuse.
No,
but you don't want Syracuse?
No, it just means more down here.
Oh, so you want a school from down there? How about like
in that edge?
Wake? You can have Wake.
I don't think Wake was Wake one of the ones with a problem.
No, but I'm saying they're down south.
I mean, if we're trading Missouri,
Wake makes sense. But Wake was good last
year. You don't have a presence in North Carolina, so you know.
Yeah, but so they was really beefing like that.
We'll take NC State.
No, because they always beat FSU.
UNC.
No.
Yeah, you can have
for
UNC.
basketball.
Well, that's true.
I don't care.
Neither do
We're a
I. But the
basketball
conference ain't gonna let that.
We're gonna win, so it doesn't matter. We're the defending conference champions.
That is crazy.
Nobody wanted to smoke.
Can you
so they
imagine
shut
being
down the whole tournament?
Can you imagine being on that call though? And just think about this. Like, I can see Sam Pittman. I've met Sam Pittman. Sam Pittman is
I don't
like
understand
an
why
alpha
he's so
dog.
I don't understand why he's so intimidated by the schedule.
What do you mean? He's at Arkansas.
He's got one of the most important, innovative offensive minds.
Are you really
ever grace the NCAA? Like he should.
Are
be
you
fine.
really going to just take?
They
this to
also
your
have a
grave?
quarterback. They have a good quarterback that won a lot of games and was a Heisman contender before he got hurt.
Did he used to coach at FSU?
Kendall Browse.
Oh, he's there.
He's the OC.
He's the OC with a quarterback that was a Heisman, what people were considering
the guy
Heisman contender.
The guy that James has now decided to blame the Willie Taggart failure on.
No,
Do
no,
we
no,
think
no. Willie
that-
had a lot to do with his own failure? But I will say my heart has been warmed even more this week. To find for the world to find out that Walt Bell is a terrible person as well. And I'm so glad that football was snatched away from him, so that now he has to relive whatever pain that he thought was worse than losing football because he's a terrible person. And now Kendall Browse is. I think this is good for Kendall.
Do we expect Felipe to like want to get some get back?
Yeah, this is a perfect like.
Want to get what? What do you mean get back?
He basically got.
If Felipe puts up numbers in this right here, Felipe's
wait.
getting drafted high.
I mean, yeah, that's like saying if Mike Tyson wronged me, I would want to get some get back. I can't. Like what is Felipe gonna do to get back?
Now Florida's Mike Tyson.
Compared to Arkansas?
I mean, yeah,
Hey.
you got a point. You have a point, Gary. You
Have
do
you
have a point.
listen? Have you ever heard of Buster Douglas, bro?
I mean, yeah. Mike lost to. Didn't he tap out to some fat white guy?
Oh, way after
Oh,
that. But
okay.
yeah, Mike at his top still lost to
lost
Buster
to
Douglas.
Buster, but that was.
Listen, here's Arkansas' schedule.
He was
for
doing
those.
coke
and
for
these
like a
we don't
week.
have the dates, but here's the teams on their schedule. You tell me where Felipe is going to get his get back. Are you ready for this?
Mhm.
Alabama, LSU, Ole Miss, Tennessee, Auburn, Mississippi State, Missouri, Texas A&M, Georgia, and Florida.
Listen, man.
Go ahead.
They don't even have a Vandy on there.
Tell
or
me
anything.
a game they're going to be favored.
They all put their pants on one leg at a time, and they lace their.
I
cleats
hate
up
that
the same.
saying because Alabama, LSU, Florida, Georgia, Auburn all have nicer pants.
They lace their cleats up the exact same way, and not one of them have a guy who is considered an innovator. Dan Mullen is a good coach, but he's the head coach, so his time.
Wait,
is split.
you are just
His time is
And like you said earlier, we're only 1 year removed from preseason Heisman talk
I mean, Felipe
about Felipe. That's not a
didn't lose
joke.
it. He's got a fresh new start. He was good. Like
I love how
Trash did a really good job.
we
Trash
started this
did a
off
really
with
good
an
job.
SEC spin. Somehow
it is.
James has made it an FSU hate segment.
How have I
for-
done that?
for
This
Kendall
Arkansas.
Browse. Literally nobody mentioned Kendall Browse.
I'm
You have not
saying-
mentioned a single offensive coordinator from another team.
I'm saying why Sam Pittman shouldn't
You
be
haven't
as
said Sam
intimidated.
Pittman's name yet.
You just said Sam Pittman's an alpha male, and Sam should not be
Worried.
And then you
worried.
went straight to the innovative.
because of his hires. He did a damn good job hiring coaches.
He's a
We
good
all are
CEO.
something else.
$1 million offensive coordinator, you better get your money's worth out of him. How much does my man make down in the defensive coordinator at Florida make?
I have no idea.
Is he at he had a mill?
He's got to be Grantham.
Yeah,
He better be.
but he had to earn that. He didn't get a meal out the gate. This guy
Are
got
you
$1 million out the
suggesting that
gate.
Kendall Browse is $1 million
1.3.
offensive coordinator at Arkansas?
He is $1 million offensive coordinator. That's what they're paying him.
At Arkansas.
At Arkansas, they're paying him $1 million.
Grantham makes 1.4 basically.
He took the check for $1 million, so I better get $1 million worth of work out of you. I know what it's like to not get $1 million
Kendall,
of
good
work.
for you, dude.
That's what I'm saying. He's a hustler. Good
Wow.
job. I'm not mad. He's good. His pay reflects what his worth is, and that's why I'm holding him to a high standard. He might not be any good, but we'll see. Sam Pittman is good, even though that schedule is a bit out of control.
You know who their D coordinator is?
Who?
Barry Odom.
Why is
the old Missouri?
Oh,
yeah, who actually makes more than Kendall.
$1.2 million.
Listen, dude, you ain't putting that kind of money in your assistants to lose. You putting that in for schemes, dude. Like they got faith. Them guys at practice, confident as hell.
They were until they saw the schedule. Then they just stopped going to practice. I mean, I would love to have been on that conference call, though. That would have been amazing. Like, what does Saban say? Does he even say anything on this conference call, or is he even on it? Does Saban even get on the SEC conference calls?
To be honest with you, Saban could have ended all of this and all the disdain and all the back and forth. It just told the truth, 100% the truth. But Saban thrives in chaos.
Does he?
I mean,
I feel like he's probably the opposite of that.
Nah, but see, he's so cool because he knows he's the orchestrator. He knows who made the schedule.
So he could have just said that, and what would anybody have said?
No.
Hey,
so they
I am the formula, guys.
What is he gonna say? They added Kentucky and Missouri.
Like they're gonna say, I don't know who made this schedule. Somebody has to answer it. All Nick had to say, I made it.
Yeah. What are you gonna do about it?
Oh, my
Drink
bad.
a
You got a problem with that?
My-
Eli.
I didn't know you made it. See, I thought it was.
They told
Okay,
me it was
cool.
somebody else
Right,
in the SEC.
What-
So
what
I was
happened
upset.
was-
Now
And
that
then
I
when
look
I
at the
realized
schedule-
it was you, I was like, "Oh, that makes sense."
Florida's really nice this time of year.
Thank you, Nick.
I mean,
Yeah, actually, I like this schedule.
they're getting COVID under control there. So I mean, like it's a good look. Like right now, we'll go hop Disney World. It's not that far.
They are making them wear masks.
Yeah. The hospitals there. We appreciate you.
Let me grab the phone line real quick.
Hold on. So you're not, as a Gator fan, you're not worried about the trip to Jimbo World at all?
Worried about it? I mean, I don't have to play in the game.
Okay.
I mean,
fair.
I would rather that than.
Who was on there before? Oh, LSU or Ole Miss was on there before?
There wasn't anybody on there before. They were one of the added
true
to.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. I mean, I'd rather that game than New Mexico State, if that's what you're asking.
Okay.
Fair.
And
I
I'd
like
rather
the
that game than Alabama. It's like,
Well, of course.
Much rather.
yeah. Steve, what's going on, man?
What's up, guys?
What up?
First of all, love your show. Been listening to you guys forever. Pre-COVID, when I was traveling a lot, I get in the airport late and I catch you guys on the way home. I live in
Awesome.
St. John, so it was a nice 45, 50 minutes to listen to you guys.
When do we get to say post-COVID?
I don't know.
In 2026.
I'm ready though.
Oh, damn it.
But I just wanted to share my frustration. I just spent the last 3 days moving my daughter into her dorm for her freshman year, and she's a student athlete. And I just
Well, congratulations.
was around three. Oh, thank you.
Where's she going to school?
3,000. Florida Gulf Coast University.
Okay.
Nice.
City.
Yeah.
So go ahead. I'm
Beautiful Dunk City. Beautiful campus. Oh my God. It's a resort that is offering college courses apparently.
sorry. Oh, sign me up.
But I just spent 3 days around like 4,000 co-eds moving into dorm rooms and eating in cafeterias and going to rec centers, and the fact that they're even questioning not having football just frustrates the heck out of me.
Okay, I have questions. I have questions.
Sure.
What percentage were wearing masks?
100.
Okay.
Oh, wow, that's good.
That
It
is.
was
better than I
it
thought.
was mandatory, inside and outside, mandatory.
When
Unless
they.
you were
So your daughter's in a dorm,
yes.
and did they have to do a COVID test to get into the dorm?
No. So here's the deal. Every day at 7 a.m, they get an email, and they have to fill out a health survey, and you have to pass the survey to leave the building. if you have any symptoms, you have to get tested. You can get tested anytime you want for free, but if you have a symptom, you have to get tested. And if you test positive, then they have a separate building for you to quarantine at.
Is it rapid testing?
I think it is, but I don't know that for sure. The way it reads is that it must be.
So every morning, in order to get out of your dorm, you have to answer these questions.
Yes.
That's interesting.
The questions are: do you have a temperature? Have you been around anybody that has a temperature? Have you been around anybody that has been sick or has symptoms? And you submit it, and you get this big green check mark that says, "Hey, you can leave."
That's scary.
So
man.
we're going on the honor system with college students now.
Right.
That's a little scary, but okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
But I mean, they made it safe. I mean, I never felt like I was in any, I mean, it was social distanced, and I mean, moving her furniture, a quarter mile each way from my car to her dorm with a face mask on was not fun at 105 degrees.
But your point is, like, if they're going to have these classes and everything, what is it really going to hurt to have these kids play football, right?
Right. I mean, I get it. They're smashing into each other.
No.
Other than that, being in the locker room, having practices, being in their studying playbooks, how is that different?
I agree.
I mean, I agree with you. Everything, to be honest with you, you have if everybody's tested and nobody has COVID, you're doing what you say you're doing, then COVID just doesn't come out of thin air. Like, you should be fine.
It's interesting. I'm glad Steve called with this because, like me, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. I still have not been in a large group of people.
I'm not gonna lie, Steve. That just made my skin crawl. Like, just based upon like the rest, because I haven't been around. Like, he's like, it's a whole bunch of students and we're eating in cafeterias.
Yeah,
and I was like, ugh.
That triggered you.
I was like,
Right? No, that's what I was going to say. I haven't been around
people,
people in months, and so like I saw on Instagram and all that kind of stuff about people dropping their kids off at college, and I got kind of like, oh wow, I didn't even think about that. Steve, is that the first time you've been around a ton of people?
First time.
And you were completely comfortable.
I've been trying to do the right thing, but the way they had it set up, you could only have one family per elevator to get up to the dorm room, and I mean, they're trying to do it the right way. I mean, I never felt uncomfortable. Nobody was sneezing or coughing or anything like that.
That sounds like two of my worst pet peeves. Like, people being too close to touching me and waiting. You just said one family per elevator.
Well,
like,
moving.
That
moving
sounds
No,
sad.
like if it was me and my daughter and a little dolly full of her stuff, that we were the only ones that were allowed in that elevator. Nobody else could get in there with us. It was just us.
Was there somebody at the elevator making sure of that?
Yeah.
So you didn't have to be the bad guy when somebody stepped in.
Like
What sport does your daughter play?
Swimming.
Oh wow.
Okay, well, here's the thing about all these rules that he was saying where they're all wearing masks. The second these kids are moved in and feeling comfortable and mingling and stuff, all those rules don't matter, man. Like, these kids are going to be.
You don't know that. Give these kids credit.
Oh no.
Well, now when they got their keys, they got their keys to their mailbox, and in their mailbox was a little like manila envelope that had 2 Florida Gulf Coast University masks in them with the logo on it. So they're trying to make sure these kids wear their masks. And unless they're sitting down eating in the cafeteria, everything I've seen she's FaceTimed me, they're all wearing their masks and trying to do the right thing.
In the dorm room?
No. Once you're in your dorm room,
okay.
you're fine. You can take your mask off in your dorm room, and they're all single.
That's what I'm saying.
They're all
People
single.
are going to be coming in.
Whoa, they're all single rooms?
Oh,
yeah,
that's bad.
Yeah, they're all single.
Wow.
Man, I heard they're all single.
Wow.
Wow.
So here's what we've learned.
You didn't say wow. I'm like, oh, I mean, that's college. Like, you gotta,
So here's what we learned from Steve. All right, and Steve, appreciate the call, man. Really appreciate it. Here's what we learned.
This was informative.
Yes, what we learned is that Florida Gulf Coast University
rules
needs a football team.
Needs a football team, but has a better plan and apparently a better budget than Florida State, Syracuse, or Virginia Tech.
Pittsburgh as well.
Oh, in Pittsburgh. That's good to know. I appreciate the information, Steve.
Their campus is on a resort, so I mean,
we also learned that.
Now I want to go to Florida Gulf Coast.
I know. You really thought he's saying all the people are single?
I was just.
This is a non-married dorm.
I mean, yeah. This is
the hookup dorm.
This isn't couples dorm.
And,
this
and,
is,
and
this is
Steve
hedonism.
sent his daughter to the hookup dorm. You think that happened? Absolutely.
Man, the
not.
man just got off the phone. Y'all talking about his daughter.
I'm
Man,
sticking
stop.
up for him. I know that he wouldn't do
Listen,
that.
listen. As a guy,
No.
do I need to have the conversation with Steve?
No.
Okay, I'm about to say
I'm not
like
letting this
I'm
happen.
gonna say I don't.
Don't do that to my guy. He already knows.
Steve is dope though, because Steve actually came in with something really good to add to Petty Friday, and I felt his pettiness. I felt his frustration. We need to like have that be. That is a good Petty Friday. Any day of the week call. Listen, people, that's how you call in here. It's informative. It's to the point. It was so good that we kept them on for longer than we probably should have, because we had more questions.
Yeah, we're talking to you, Mark and Murray Hill. Your weak ass calls.
Dang.
Coming here with that weak ass calls on Petty Friday.
We haven't heard from Jeff in Pensacola in a while, unfortunately.
Yeah,
There's no sports on.
Yeah, what's baseball?
Yes, there is.
It's baseball, yeah.
Well, the Marlins weren't playing for a long time, so maybe he
Marlins
was
have
like,
COVID,
"Hey,
and
that's my team."
he wasn't sure about football, but anyways,
Well, we just
let's talk about some Jaguar stuff on the other side.
Okay.
Make your track bar adjustment on 1010XL.
He's been dominant at Daytona.
This Sunday at Daytona. Brought to you by the Plumbers and Pipefitters Local Union 234 and Daytona International Speedway. Your NASCAR station is 1010XL.
Hey folks, Rick Ballou here for the Blue Crab House. Yes, they're back up and they are running now, both indoors, outdoors dining. You can still call ahead, order, and pick up at 260-CRAB or 260-2722. Non-seafood items on there as well. You love seafood though. Oysters, crabs, shrimp, fish, you name it. Jewington Creek Road in San Jose, the one, the only. It's the Blue Crab House. Doors open at 4:30.
Here's your 1010XL First Coast Community Calendar.
Hope Haven believes in children and youth with special needs and abilities and has developed programs to help ensure their success. Find out more about their employment services and internship program at hope-haven.org.
Big Brothers Big Sisters nurtures local kids and strengthens communities. You build positive relationships that have a lasting effect on young people. Get involved at bbbs.org.
Habitat for Humanity helps families build and improve their homes. If you want to build a better Jacksonville, visit habitat.org.
Join Jacksonville's City Rescue Mission to help transform the lives of the homeless and needy. crmjax.org.
First Coast YMCA helps develop Jacksonville's youth. You can help our children find a better future at fcymca.org.
If you're involved with a community event and you'd like us to help spread the word, visit our website to find out how at 1010XL.com.
Russ Libby here at Hidden Hills, inviting you to come enjoy our beautiful golf course. It's safe, affordable, and you'll be able to get away from all of life's troubles for a few hours. Hidden Hills Golf Club on Monument Road. Check us out, hiddenhillsgc.com.
Ritz Safety is Florida's trusted source for safety and COVID-related supplies, helping companies get back to work safely. Hand sanitizer, digital thermometers, masks, gloves, signs, and more. In stock now. Visit their local store on Phillips Highway or ritzsafety.com.
Hi, this is Joe Butler from Black Creek Outfitters. Getting outside on the water in the Florida sun may be the best medicine of all. At Black Creek, we specialize in getting you out on the water on kayaks and paddleboards. Two things we offer: free delivery in the area and 12 months no interest financing. Call us up at 904-645-7003 and we can get your new kayak or paddleboard out to you today so you can get on the water tomorrow. Black Creek Outfitters, locally owned and operated by the Butler family since 1983.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On August 14th, 1982, Pete Rose recorded career at-bat number 12,365, passing Henry Aaron and setting a new major league record.
All offers are with approved credit and not a conjunction. See dealer for complete details. Summer clearance event. Get some distance between you and everybody else when you get a great deal on the best car, truck, or SUV from Jacksonville, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Arlington. Drive a new Compass from only $189 a month. All new Dodge Journeys are clearance price at up to $5,000 off. Save up to $7,000 on Dodge Charger or Challenger. Jacksonville, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, Arlington, 9600 Atlantic Boulevard.
In 1919, my great-grandfather founded Catlin as a Studebaker dealership, and now we're the oldest truck accessory store in the U.S. This is Keith Catlin, and I'm proud to be the fourth-generation owner of If you need anything for your truck, van, or SUV, come see us. From Lear toppers to roll and lock bed covers to trailer hitches and everything in between. Let us take care of all your accessory needs. Quality count at Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
Peninsular Pest Control will tell you that fleas can enter your home on your pets or even your own shoes. Treating them correctly and breaking their life cycle is the only way to control fleas both inside and outside in the yard. Call Peninsular today at 389-3491 for a free consultation or go online to crittergetter.com. Ask about the $30 discount on new services. Remember, Peninsular is your critter getter.
Instant Keys specializes in creating replacement automotive keys and keyless entry remotes, even when all the originals are lost or broken. Instant Keys provides expert service for nearly every foreign and domestic vehicle, including the high-end luxury models like BMW, Mercedes, Lexus, and Infiniti. With Instant Keys, you'll get dealership-level service at a fraction of the cost without the hassles. For honest professional locksmith service, call the best around. Instant Keys, 722-1111.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
Because it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got shit to do.
Jags don't. Win, 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 win. Win, 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 win. That's the song there on this Petty Friday, brought to you by thehumidor.com. Go to thehumidor.com, get all your sticks, your cigars, all this, whatever slang code you want to say for them. Type in Sports Den at checkout. You get 20% off. Save you a little bit of money. Also, go to ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. Go get you something off the top shelf. It's a good weekend to get tipsy. It's the middle of the month, right? Yeah, this is the 15th tomorrow, right? Yeah, so like you should have been paid. So you should be able to like don't be cheap. Go and get on that ladder and get up there to the top. And make sure you get you something nice. Get something nice for your family.
The ladder, huh?
Yeah, go all the way up there. Matter of fact, you know what? This is full service. Have them go up there and get it for you. You straight? You have them do it.
So many ladder accidents of.
It doesn't seem very safe to have a ladder in a liquor store.
In a liquor store, yeah. Let's not do that. Jaguars practice today. Did you see the video of them doing dirty dancing practice?
I saw Marcel. Yeah, I saw Marcel's tweet. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. I've seen that before, though. You've never seen that?
No, I have never seen somebody run up, grab by the waist, and lift in the air. I've
Really?
seen people butt up, like hit with the shoulder, rip with club with the arms, but I've never
I
seen
haven't
do
seen
that.
it to that extent. It did look dancing like, but I have seen that drill. Maybe they just put a little more emphasis on the lift. I don't know.
It looks weird, and I'm gonna tell you why it looks weirder. It's weirder when you consider the fact that you don't see the purpose of that would be fundamentals, right? You don't see fundamentals broken down to that level at a pro practice.
They ain't got nothing else to do.
I mean, I know they're bad, and I know we joked about run fits and things like that, which you shouldn't be doing anyway at practice at that level. But still, like, we're professionals, man. Let's be professional.
Confession?
Yeah.
I never saw Dirty Dancing.
Oh.
But you know the meme, though, right?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. You don't have to.
What's her
watch
name
it
in
to
that
understand.
movie? Ooh, Smoke Show.
Who's in it?
Something Gray is her name. And Patrick Swayze, of course. Rest in peace.
Patrick Swayze's dead?
Yeah, dude. I think. Hold on. Last time I did this, he was not dead. It was someone's birthday.
Well, then again,
Tony Bennett.
People can be dead and still tweet. So we've seen that this week.
Yeah,
Herman Cain
I
out here
saw that.
firing out tweets. I thought he died.
Yeah, Patrick Swayze has passed.
Jennifer Grey? Is that who you're talking
Yes, gorgeous in that movie.
Really?
It's about like a summer vacation resort place, and like this rich family comes, and their daughter gets, swooed, whatever the word is, by this young hunk who's like
Swayze?
a badass, but he's also a dancer. Yeah.
That stuff bothered me. So
1987.
Yeah,
so
dude.
My mom's been getting mad because I've been talking about how I've been growing up and stuff like that, and it embarrasses her. But it's nothing to be embarrassed about. We're good now. We made it. We moved on up to the east side in the deluxe apartment. no more, all the songs and stuff. But I always like in the mid 90s to the early 2000s, they made all of these movies like Step It Up, Dance Off, or like
Save the Last
Save the
Dance.
And I, my family up north grew up hard too, and so I know hood there, and I know hood in Florida.
Is there not a lot of dancing?
Ain't nobody dancing their way out the hood. Like, have you? I mean, 'cause I could be wrong.
No, I'm with you.
J-Lo.
Yeah, she's from the block.
Yeah, but you
Sure.
realize before she became J-Lo, she was a vixen.
Well,
She's
can we-
completely renovated herself.
I mean, Usher.
She still knows where she came
Usher
from.
started off as a 14-year-old songwriter.
You asked. I'm just giving.
And I don't
We're
ever
just
remember
giving dancers.
Usher.
Chris Brown.
Yeah. Chris Brown
He's
was
more
another
than a
one
dancer,
like that.
though.
He was another one like that, but I never heard
Like,
Usher sing about growing up in the projects. Like,
No. Well, R&B, do they even do that? It's mostly just
Chris,
love.
yeah. But I mean, my point is like they're making it seem like there's whole step units tonight. What would trip me out is always the tough one. Like I kept just thinking, like we're on the block hanging out. It is somebody just
The most
comes.
gangster guy.
You're thinking like Grease.
Yeah, comes Grease or what's not a
the
Bronx
Sharks and
Sharks and the Jets. What's that?
I don't remember.
God, I can't think of it. Like, no, man. Anyways, but
let me. I
apparently
got
they
another
do it
Dirty
in Jags
Dancing
practice.
question though, because apparently
West Side Story.
Patrick
Yes.
Swayze is Johnny,
Okay.
and Jennifer Grey is Baby.
Yeah, nobody puts baby in a corner.
Okay,
You've heard
is
that
it
line.
weird? Okay, if you're 18, somebody's 18 years old.
I don't like where this is going.
What age does it get a little awkward? What's too old for 18?
To say your baby or
No.
Oh, too old?
Yeah, to be dating.
It depends. Who's the guy and who's the girl?
Okay, Johnny is 24 and Baby is 18.
That's
is that okay?
fine.
Is it
Dude,
really?
in Florida, 16 to 24.
Okay, I can't judge that. I like my women aged.
Okay.
Listen, when
So-
I was 24, I was still looking at 18-year-olds like they were hot. So, I mean, I'm just going by my own experience.
So you think it's maybe because I'm getting a little older that I just look at that
Yeah.
and go, I
When
got
when you're of the age when you can have an 18-year-old child, you tend to think differently about 18-year-olds.
That's fair. That's fair. I've got a son who's about to be 19.
But
That's
even
fair.
me as a 30-year-old, like, I don't know if I would find 18-year-olds attractive. I don't know, depending on how old they look, but like that's not really what I'm going for. So at your age, definitely not.
Yeah.
But 24, hell
24
yeah.
is good. Okay.
And probably during the filming of the movie, Patrick Swayze was like 35.
He was 34.
Was he?
And she
Now that's
was she
creepy.
was 26.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
At least they're of age.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry. I don't know how we got Dirty Dancing.
Yeah.
but go ahead.
Don't know.
The
anything
workout.
about
The
that.
workout.
Oh yeah, the Jags. That's where we were going with
But
this. Go ahead.
Todd
since,
Wash.
since we're already like well behind it, I don't really care about a lot of this stuff. It was only one thing that really. Well, actually, I want to hear about Josh Allen.
Obviously, he had a good year as a rookie. You can't take that away from him. But I think as a coach, and even as with Josh, that he's never satisfied with where he's at. Obviously, the COVID, we didn't have an off season and all that kind of stuff. He came back in shape. He's really leaned up. You can tell physically that he put the work in the off season, which is a credit to him. And once we've been in the room, he is just a million questions. At times, you're like, "Hey, hold on, let somebody else answer or ask a damn question." But he is trying to take that next step, and that's the type of person he is, which is awesome for us as a coaching staff and as an organization. And I think we're going to continue to see him grow as a player and as a person.
That's Todd Wash, defensive coordinator of the Jags, on Josh Allen.
Anything?
I don't
know anything. I thought it was going to be more insightful, but all right. Well, this is what I'm concerned about. This is what we've said they've made the most major upgrade on the Jaguars team entirely is the linebacker room, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what does Tyler have to say about that?
I think we're going to have some solid depth at our linebacker position. It was very important this offseason that we go out and we get football players that are very intelligent. That's one thing with this group that we've got from top to bottom at all positions. They have a very high football IQ, and that was something that was very important to us
Code words.
going into this. So, but talking about Shaq and Nate, the
Dog
two young
whistles.
men there, both of them are very intelligent. They've done a really nice job of picking up schemes. They're going to have some busts and that stuff, but they're two types of guys that when they do bust, they only do it once. Quincy's on the mend. You can kind of see him. The first couple days he was out here, he was doing well. The second year in the system really helped him being in it and the reps that he got last year. So he's definitely ahead of schedule mentally.
Someone
and then
just
obviously with the
nutted one to the base of the wall.
Gotta have a guy like if
We're
you're
not doing
young,
this again.
if you're young and you can only and you bust
We're
more than
stop.
once,
We're not doing this again.
young guys should be able to have that energy. Like when you get older and become a grizzled vet, you really only got one in you. But when you're like young, you're gonna make mistakes. Then that's
You're
what we're
gonna get
talking
right
about.
back up.
You're gonna mess up. You're gonna bust, and then you're gonna go right back into it. That's one of the benefits of being a young,
hungry lion.
All right. Oh, now this is when I
So
knew.
basically, what Todd Wash just said was we had to get Miles out of the middle.
Yeah, we had to get,
We had to get a
guy
smart
with
guy.
we had to get a
smarter.
smart football players with good IQ. So we went and got the white guy Sherbert from Cleveland. This is when I knew, this is what made me nervous, and I didn't know if I know they told us that we can bring our own beverages, right? When we come to practices. They encourage us to bring our own snacks. I did not know if him and Baloo got together and he went over to what was the old
Who is him?
Todd Wash. I didn't know if Todd Wash went and drunk out of Baloo's special water bottle because this was Wash on Avery Jones.
I think it's an advantage. Obviously, he's got to continue to play at a high level, but if he plays at a high level, that leadership is priceless, and he can really bring. We got a lot of young guys, which we know, and obviously even more new guys. So that leadership is going to be important for him to help us as a coaching staff and an organization set the tone for that room, because that's where it starts. And I told him day one, I'm tired of people turning around just handing the damn ball off and getting 4 or 5 yards of crack. And it starts with the guys up front. That's the damn expectations for him.
Tell him that.
And he's going to help us get that done and get to where we need to be and run defense.
Wait. Day one. Let me just make sure I understand this correct.
So I told you, I thought he was sipping a little. He was tasting a little bit, man. Like,
day one, you go Mike Norvell level energy, and you say, look, guys, I'm tired of people just handing the ball off and running up and down the field.
The way they played the run game, I don't think that's how he said it. They say, guys, please, if you would, we would appreciate it if those guys would not get 4 or 5 yards a pop. It would be in our best interest. Do you agree? Like, it's a very loving Gus type defense.
Well, that's what he says here. He had to sit Avery down and tell him, like, straight up, we got to stop the run.
The first day that we had the vets in the building, Abe's and I sat down.
Abe's,
obviously,
I like that.
8 years ago, I was coaching Abe, so we have a very good relationship. And I said, it's time. It's time for you to really take control. I know before you were a vocal guy in that room, but I think Calais was really the leader in that group. And now, we're putting that on Josh, even though he's a young player, but him and Abe's really need to step up and lead that group. Abe's knows what I expect in that room. I think this year you're going to see a little bit more hands-on with that group by myself and Rebs, and he knows how I want it to look. And he knows how I want those guys to practice, what I expect in meeting rooms, and Abe's is going to help us get to that standard that we want, especially with all these new guys.
So let me get this straight. 8 years ago, you had a conversation with him.
And now it's time.
Oh,
And
he
it
said
ain't
now
got through yet. It ain't got through
he's going to be more hands-on this year.
Well, I mean,
Finally time.
I mean, Todd Wash had to go into the meeting room and go, look, guys, I have no idea how I'm still here. But since I am, how about we not give up 5 yards of carry? Just a suggestion. They let me keep my job. Can we hold them just, 3.5? Can we not let some no-name from Carolina that I don't even remember his name rush for 200 against us?
You know what? This is what we're a show of nicknames.
We're a show
also
of what?
of nicknames.
Okay.
We're also a fair show. If all this comes true, we can change it. Because he's a solid guy. I mean, I've seen him before. He used to train with my former partner. But I'm gonna call him Arby's.
It does look like Arby when you see it written down.
Avery. I'm gonna call him Arby's because when I have a coach come and tell me that 8 years ago I had to have a conversation and obviously and we're getting 4 yards, 5 yards of pop, nobody's there to stop him. So I'm gonna call him. He's Arby's. He's like the drive-through at Arby's. Nobody's there.
Oh, why do you have to do that?
I'm just saying it's that. I mean, it's nothing wrong with him per se.
You
but
have such a hatred for that place, and I'll never understand it.
because they wash money. When they come out and say
we're
front, then I'll be like, you know what? I can support this. You're telling me the truth. I can support a truth teller. But noticeably, he hasn't mentioned the best player on their defense, the guy who they drafted to replace Arby's. He didn't talk about Taven?
Oh my God. Well, maybe he wasn't asked about Taven.
Okay,
you didn't talk about Unique.
That's what I'm. Yeah, well, I guess he can't talk about
Unique
Unique until he
cut
gets
the
there.
sound up, but yeah, it doesn't look like it.
Doug didn't, and Unique is still doing. I don't really want to talk about these other people. Plus, we got to get ready for the world famous, critically acclaimed segment of the show that you guys all listen to. That's 8 o'clock on a Petty Friday. Brought to you by thehumidor.com. Type in sportsden at checkout for 20% off.
Our reward is that justice has been done.
Wherever there is injustice, you will find us.
Wherever liberty is threatened, you will find 1010XL. Jacksonville Sports Radio.
I look at it every single day, and I'm in awe.
That's Tracy talking about her amazing diamond ring from Diamonds Direct.
Better than anything I could ever imagine. Just fantastic. The biggest compliment is everybody says I've never seen anything like it.
And the shopping experience at Diamonds Direct?
Very laid back. Not one time did we feel like we were being pressured. Not one time did we feel like we were being asked to extend a budget we did not have. In fact, it was almost the opposite. Like, we completely respect the budget that you guys have. Let us see if we can make something work.
And how about the free service for life at Diamonds Direct?
I come back about once a month, and I have them clean it, redip it, so it's all shiny and new, and they will clean it every day if I walked in here every day. They're fantastic.
These days, Tracy walks around with Diamonds Direct business cards in her purse.
I hand them to strangers. When people say, where did you get that? I go, here, this is where I got it. And they always go, oh, I hear the ads, but I've never been in there. I'm like, go in.
Diamonds Direct. Your love, our passion.
There's nothing like this anywhere else that I've seen.
Get directions, store hours, and more at diamondsdirect.com.
Off Town Center Parkway, just left of the Hyatt.
What defines a hero? Dedication, loyalty, courage. Every day at AMCO, we serve heroes. For over 60 years, we've repaired and maintained the most critical public service vehicles. From complex transmissions to simple brake jobs with flexible financing and the extra safety precautions we need. The heroes we serve don't all wear uniforms. They're people like you. At AMCO, we're proud to serve all of you. AA MCO.
Money tight? We can finance almost anybody. Find the AMCO transmissions nearest you at amcojacksonville.com.
Firefighters, paramedics, police officers. They take care of us, and at AMCO, we're proud to take care of them. For over 60 years, we've repaired and maintained the most critical public service vehicles. As an essential business, we work on every kind of car repair with flexible financing and extra safety precautions. Essential, reliable, trusted. That's the men and women who are there for us, and it's our honor to be there for them. AA MCO.
Family owned and operated in Jacksonville, Orange Park, St. Augustine, and St. Mary's, Georgia. AMCO Transmissions and Total Car Care.
As America's largest injury firm, we have advantages few others do. Our results and reputation are well known to the other side, and we have a track record of going toe-to-toe with them and winning big. But what does that mean for you? What does that mean for your case? I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. One of the things we're most proud about is that we set up our firm so that your case gets lots of attention from a lot of people. Our technology and army of lawyers give us insight and oversight into every detail and every moment of your case. Paralegals, legal assistants, investigators, buildings with boxes of evidence, every resource carefully designed to get you the most possible. And at Morgan & Morgan, we even have a dedicated team to make sure that your calls are returned that very same day. Injured? Dial Pound Law. That's pound 529. All law firms are not the same. There's only one Morgan & Morgan. ForThePeople.com. Office, Jacksonville.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Frank Franzi here for Big Chief Tire. Your family's safety is important to the experts at Big Chief Tire. Don't let your vehicle's needs become out of sight and out of mind. Big Chief Tire's trusted team of experienced technicians will provide a free estimate after a vehicle inspection, so you can get back on the road and drive with confidence at a price that suits your budget. Verify your vehicle's safety before you get behind the wheel. Visit any of their 4 convenient Jacksonville locations or schedule an appointment by visiting bigchiefservice.com. CustomTreeSurgeons.com.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to our website, CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com. And let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
I'm with Greg Mackey from Cycles of Jacksonville. If I know one thing about you, Greg, you love to go off-road.
I love getting out in the woods on a side-by-side or an ATV from Honda. Man, have we got them in stock right now.
All sorts of things that they can choose from.
We've got entry-level machines all the way up to $40,000 big boy packages.
And the ATVs and side-by-sides aren't just for hunting season.
Oh, no. This is the time to ride. There's a lot of ATV parks around Jacksonville, a lot of public land around Jacksonville.
Beautiful showroom, Cycles of Jacksonville on Atlantic near Regency or cyclesofjacksonville.com. Check it out.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You mad, bro? 1010XL 92.5 FM. Join us in the Sports Den. Call or text 641-1010.
Open up your heart and let that hang out.
Gotta let it breathe. Let that thing breathe. 8 o'clock, brought to you by Loose Air Quality. That's Luce, airquality.com. 904-803-1014. Florida's expert indoor environmental professionals. They're the best at this. You got mold and mildew. You're getting headaches. You're feeling sick. Before you go and get the thing shoved up your nose, you might want to call our people at Loose Air Quality. They bring you 8 o'clock each and every night. What you got? Any hatred?
Can I start this off?
Yeah, please.
A text line.
Uh-oh.
It's not really. I'm not hating on this guy. I just want to point something out. Lifetime Enclosure text line 962 says, so it's fine for my son who's about to go to school in elementary and be around a bunch of snotty-nosed kids, and he can play Pop Warner, but these grown men can't. Man up and play ball. Okay. Here's the thing. Don't put this on your son, and nobody else is saying anything that your son has to do. These are all opinions. These are all options that you chose. Your son doesn't have to go to elementary school. He can learn from home. He certainly doesn't have to play Pop Warner. You signed him up and are allowing for him to play Pop Warner. Right? Nobody is telling you that your son has to do anything. Like, this is a decision you are making on behalf of your son.
Unless Pop Warner's changed.
Right.
Like you get recruited to a Pop Warner program, and they like pay for your school and all these different things.
It may be. Now
they tell you
they actually do get recruited to Pop Warner.
No, I got that part, but like you still have to pay the park, right? Like, are they
definitely?
I mean, I just I hear
actually, this is take another step. You pay to have your son around a bunch of snotty nosed,
correct,
little kids. Like,
correct.
You take it an extra step. Like, I applaud you. Like, that is your American right to do that.
And I don't disagree with anything 962 said on this. Like, fundamentally, I get what he's trying to say. It's more like I keep hearing people say, "Well, if my kid can go to school, then these grown men can play football." Well, okay. There's options. Like, your kid, you can keep him home, and I recognize some people can't do that. Like, they both work. I get that. But these grown men are grown men. Like, they can decide if they want to play football or not.
Like you said, some people can't just they're going to school. Like, nobody's canceled school yet for the fall. They just canceled football, which is weird, but that's kind of just what they did. So, I mean, but nobody wants them to play more than me. I've been asked this so many times. Our life is better with football. Like, I just don't want to talk about all the other BS that's going to come around with it. But
well, speaking of, though, the FHSA met today.
Yeah, I heard.
Mm-hmm.
So finally, everybody's doing something or nothing, right? Everybody's on one accord?
No.
Okay.
The FHSA met today, and they voted that, you know what, we're going to go ahead with football. and we're going to start practice on August 24th. As of the time that we started this show tonight, in the entire state of Florida, 9 counties have said they're going to allow their schools to start on the 24th. The vast majority.
Wait a minute.
Go ahead.
There's a lot more than 9 counties.
Yes, there are. Yes, there's a lot more. The vast majority have not said when they're going to allow. So let me break down what the FHSA did today. Is they pushed it on to other people.
Wait a minute. Is this? Wait, what's today?
Today's 14th. Friday, the 14th.
Wait a minute. So we didn't go back in time to the show that we did the last time they had a meeting?
I know. That's exactly
I thought they said that on the 24th they're going to play.
No, the FHSA said they're allowed to.
The last meeting, they said, first they said, do whatever you want to do.
Right, we're
if you
want
to
at
do
the end
it.
of July.
Yeah.
I like that.
Well, no, we're going to wait until the 24th to say what we said in July. Like, they basically did the exact same thing at this meeting.
So
it was just a lot shorter.
It wasn't that much shorter. It was like 3 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was 2.5, 3 hours.
Did Bobby
Here's
John
where
get
I'm
up
going.
and
so I'm confused about what they decided to do.
They really didn't decide anything.
They said
they gave
county
people
by county.
permission
You
that
can do
if
what
you
you
want
want
to
to
play, you can play on the 24th. So there's counties in the state of Florida that's going to say, okay, we're going to play on the 24th. Here's my issue. Is they then turned around and said, you can start practice on the 24th, and your first game can be on September 4th. Okay, so let me walk people through this. If you start practice on 24th, you can't go in pads that entire first week, full pads. You can't really hit. So essentially what the FHSA is allowing people to do is practice in pads for 3 days and play a game. Now, I'm all for it, and I don't want this to sound, I know after I read the text and I read this, I'm all for if you want your kid to play, cool, awesome, go play. If as a grown person in the NFL or college football you want to play, you should be able to play. I think what the Big Ten did is stupid. I think if those players wanted to play and they knew the risk, they should be allowed to play. I also feel that way here. But at the same time, this is an organization who a couple years ago said we need more acclimation period because it is not healthy for these kids to only have 3 days in helmets. So we're going to expand that out. You can't go full pads for an extended period of time. Oh, and also heat-related deaths are a thing. They need to get acclimated. And now the same organization.
This is where now they're essentially rendering themselves unnecessary. South Florida is up in arms.
South Florida is not. Yeah,
they're not even open fully yet. And they're just like, this is ridiculous. We're not gonna they're gonna come up with their own association and answer to themselves.
South Florida has already basically said, and I don't have the exact thing in front of me, but they've said, listen, we ain't doing nothing till at least September 21st. At least September. That's not a game. That's when we will allow these teams to even gather.
Right.
So are they not having school down there?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how they're doing it.
I think they're going to go virtual in the beginning.
Okay.
But one of my friends coaches for Booker T. Washington, and he's adamant on Twitter and all that. He's like, y'all are idiots. He's like, and he brought up a good point. And it wasn't out of a fear of COVID either. It was just he's like, we have schools that can't adequately hydrate kids properly.
Jeez.
And you want them to go out here in the middle of a pandemic with no rules, no uniform rules. And that's what they're saying. A lot of people are just asking for leadership. And they're not getting any leadership. So that they can have, if you want to go above it, that's great if you can. But at least have some minimums. Because now on the college level is different because there's a lot more money poured into it. And there is with the conferences, there's a considerable you at least know they have this baseline amount of money because you got the TV contracts. In high school, there are the haves and the have-nots. And if we have this high standard of COVID or sanitation and things like this, I got to expect the guys are across from me. Now, which is funny because all that, when guys, and he brought up a valid point, even the Pop Warner stuff, All that stuff's fun and games until you're playing the kids who don't wash their uniform consistently. Like, I don't want that. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not trying to be subjective. I just don't want to be around that.
I mean,
Even
the
as
whole
a coach.
COVID thing has kind of been approached that way, right? And I get it is of if I don't even know where are we at as a state on maximum people in one place. Because we read the other day Texas is allowing half capacity.
Well, we don't have
at
any
25%.
state law. I think it's basically like community. Like I think the mayors are sort of taking this.
Yeah.
So where are we at as a area, as North Florida?
I know 50% in restaurants.
Yeah, that's
okay. So are we going to maintain that with attendance at high school football games? Like there's
the way that what I'm getting from FSU with my tickets is the state saying 25% at venues. So I'm assuming that would be.
How do you do that at high school?
Everybody has to have a ticket, and once
for the stadium, like because it's so different in high school. There's people that stand around. That's the bulk.
No,
of
I got you. You're going to have to tell people. It's kind of like when it's 25%. So let's say it's a 3,000 capacity stadium. Some of them are big. I don't really.
No, I don't think there's any around here that are any bigger than that.
So
I would think most of them are
1,200,
somewhere in that range. Like you go to a lot of the private schools, they're 300 and 400. So you're going to let.
So you're talking about 750 people at a stadium
of 3,000.
Of 3,000.
What stadium do we have that seats that?
Mandarin has to be at least 2,000 or more.
Right.
So
I'm gonna say the average though is the average is like 1,000 to 1,200.
Okay, so you got 500 people that you're worriing, or 1,000 to 1,200. So you got 250 people. That's not a lot.
No.
Even if they want to stand around, fine. I'm not going to chase you around the fence if that's what you want to do.
Yeah,
and then most of them have the track, so you got more than 6 feet of separation. So we're fine.
I want these guys to play so bad. Yeah, I can't even tell you guys because I need them to play because it's what I do for a living. If they don't. If they don't play, A, I have to continue to work like I've worked the last 7 months, and B, like our guys showcasing the gains they've made is how I get more business. Is how my business runs. At the same time, like I just want to know this isn't going to be a start-stop. I just want to feel comfortable. Like I'm not even comfortable with the ACC, SEC. I don't know about you guys, but if you ask me right now to bet on it, I'm going to bet they're not playing. And so it's like we're spending all this energy.
But wouldn't high school be more likely to play than college?
Yeah, and you know why? Because there's not testing.
Exactly. So you're not going to hear these stories of like,
we're hearing it now.
20 guys on this team have it, and
we're hearing it in Georgia.
Oh, really?
And that's where I was going. Like if you just look to our neighbor to the north, there's schools that are doing fine. But then there's other schools that have shut the whole school down for weeks.
Like that dumbass school.
Not just the football.
Right.
That dumbass school that went in there and had all those kids bumper to bumper and everybody was praising it and celebrating it, that had an outbreak and they had to shut the school down. Well, originally it was 2 days for cleaning, and now it's shut down to the end of the month.
Or the school that took a senior picture the very first day of a large senior class all squished together. Now, that entire class is quarantined now.
Here's my thing, though. That is stupid to do that. I get that. And I saw the pictures of the hallways and stuff like that. But, I mean, it's school. How are you able to do anything without that? You just have to either close it or open it.
I mean,
you can't be like, hey, they're too close in the halls. Like,
no, what you do is
that is school.
There's schools that have delayed bells. Like, and the only reason I know that is
like a few classes get out now.
Yeah, like schools with IB programs that are in public schools. The IB kids, well, at least in
James, the high schools here, like freshmen and sophomores are going 2 days.
Right.
Oh,
juniors and seniors are going 2 days to keep that from happening.
And you want to know what's odd is that we talk about how outrageous this is, but I remember one of my godmothers talked about that's how she was in her high school. Like she didn't go to school every day, and they had a half period.
What?
They had half the school go, like half of them.
Sounds amazing.
They went from like 8 to 12, and then the other half went from like 12 to 3. It was just they had a split.
Which one
schedule.
would you sign up for?
Oh, I'm gonna knock that thing out in the morning.
Yeah, me too.
Go ahead, like, get it out. Like I can stumble into school if I need to.
Like that sounds like a good idea, but then you're up late and I got to get up at 7.
Need
now
disruptive from 12, giving me Actually, my mom would force me to go 12 to 4, probably because
Now,
me,
I will say this though. As I'm saying this, I just got a picture from one of our guys sent to me who had a scrimmage game tonight up in Georgia. They've had no issues. Like the media is going to show us the ones that have the issues.
like my buddy who's
The vast majority of people are not having issues. The vast majority of schools are not having issues. I get all that. I think, you know what, if I'm being real, if I'm being honest, if I'm confessing here, I think my frustration is that I don't really know where I stand on this. Like I am completely riding the fence on this and don't know which side of the fence to go.
Yeah, but you don't work for the FHSAA, so it's not your job to try to, have
That's very
a plan.
true. And I think, like with what I do for a living, I get to know these guys. I get to know their families. And on one hand, I want to see their success. They're going to have an amazing season. On the other hand, like if something happened to one of them, you know what I mean? It's like that weird dynamic that puts me right in the middle, James. And I'm certainly not a scientist. I'm certainly not a doctor. I don't know what's going on. And it's just I think the majority of people are in that same boat I'm in, that it's just getting to the point where it's like frustrating. I mean, am I wrong on that, you think?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not one of these, hey, send everybody to school right now. Bump this. This is fake news. I'm not one of these go hide in the basement guys. I sit somewhere right in the middle, and I don't even I don't even know what the hell to think anymore. And it's like starting to wear on me now. Now it's like, holy crap. Like I can't even have an opinion on this crap anymore because I don't even know what's real and what's not. All right. There's my 8 o'clock.
Oh, well. My 8 o'clock was just Drake.
Yeah. So he's got a new video out. And he's routes. He's running routes.
He's running routes? Oh, that's what y'all sent
earlier? ODB, Odell Beckham Jr.
I thought he was dead.
Is in the video, and he's throwing
Odell Beckham.
Yes.
OBJ.
Oh, yeah.
ODB is dead, yes. OBJ, my bad.
Yes.
I'm a huge Wu-Tang guy. Is throwing a pass to Drake. The thing is, his route didn't look very crisp. It looks like he's never done it before, which is obvious.
He looks like the character that he played in Grassy.
He was in a wheelchair.
Got up and ran a route.
It looks like who's that financial sports guy on Twitter who ran the 40 time?
Oh yeah,
Darren Ravel.
I'm watching it
It's
now.
not that bad, but it's bad.
What is the song about that has him running a route?
Probably chicks and
I
how
don't
they broke
know.
up with him and how he's sad.
But he also has something with him and Kevin Durant
Oh, I haven't seen this.
remaking an iconic commercial with Michael Jackson and Michael Jordan, where they pretended like they played one-on-one, and neither one of them is in anywhere near the category or the stratosphere of any of the person that they're emulating. It just bothers me.
Well, yeah, so in the video I see him. He's playing one-on-one,
Like-
and the lights are off in the gym.
That's how
Well-
the commercial.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Like, why can't they just be like? Why can't he just be him?
Because he's not
Like-
anybody. He's an actor.
Like everything that Drake ever does, he's stolen from
I
somebody,
gotta be honest. I
and
don't.
he does it better. Like he does a good job and makes money of it. But like,
He's so fake.
that's your whole life. Like, who are you? Who's Jimmy?
Can I?
Who's Aubrey?
Yeah.
I gotta tell y'all, like, it sounds like a lot of jealousy.
Oh, I am jealous of
I mean,
Drake.
how much money he makes, of
Yeah.
course.
I mean, you just told me that this guy just did a video,
Where he's playing basketball with KD,
right?
playing football with Odell Beckham.
Right. I'm trying to, and oh, by the way, he's probably made like $200 million in the last year.
Easy.
I'm trying to figure out like where I'm supposed to be mad at him about.
I don't like that he's like a jock.
No, I'm mad that he's.
I don't
trying
know
to
what the appropriate term to use on the radio is, but he's like obsessed with these athletes.
Isn't that
to
how
where
it's
he'll
always
get-
been though? Where music people love athletes,
But
athletes
to
love
get them
music.
tattooed on you, like a
What do you
grown
get a
ass
tattoo?
man,
What do you get a tattoo of? I don't know.
he gets like KD's autograph or like name.
That's
like,
weird.
It
Yeah,
is.
that's
He's
weird.
got a lot of athletes' names tattooed on him and stuff. And remember his press conference after Toronto won last year, We did this for y'all.
Hey, that's something I hate. Can
You know
I
what, y'all-
get
You
okay, y'all
didn't
are
do
right.
anything.
Can that be my hate
bro.
about because when people it's just like I get the trolling thing and we go back and forth and like, yeah, my guys won. I know you mad because y'all lost. Like, I have not lost a game in years. Like, I did not sweat at all. Didn't drop one bead of sweat. I was enjoying a cold, refreshing beverage while I was eating a glizzy, enjoying this game.
I can't say anything because I am one of those.
No, but it's just,
guys.
but like we were like the Helmets and Hills got on me one time because they were like we were talking about the crying stuff. Like Drake was like emotional. Like,
oh yeah.
Like, why are you crying? Like, did anybody cry when you won your Grammy? Like, when you won your Grammy, you won that. Like, imagine KD at the Grammys. Like, I was in there with Drake. We won this. Like, no, you're not on the credits, bro. Like, none of this is on. Like, you weren't even on the practice squad.
People right here. It's about to these people. It's about these people right here. It's about these people. It's about the city. Hey, listen. We have the best player. We have the best fans in the whole NBA, in the whole world. Look around you. Look at this. We created this. This didn't exist before we were here. Look around at the square. I promise you right now, we did this. Doesn't matter what anybody says. They could say it's disrespectful. They could say it's this and that. And that. Everybody's within the rules. Everybody's doing their thing. All we are is proud and passionate. We are like a college sports team. The Toronto Raptors are a college sports team. I promise you.
Now that offends
What is he talking?
You don't know anything about college sports.
Okay, I'm with y'all
sir.
And I like Toronto.
I'm with y'all now.
I'm a
Never
huge
mind.
Toronto fan.
I heard it's like the best food in North America.
Never mind. I'm with y'all on Drake. Y'all aren't jealous. This guy's like
best Chinese food I've ever eaten in Toronto.
I believe it.
Like, it was amazing. Even Popeyes was better there. It's
No,
fresh.
I find that hard.
It felt healthy. Like, it was like real meat. I don't know. Like,
They have syrup on it.
Nah, I ain't getting no Canadian. But I bet Canadians. I should have thought, man, I missed the ball there. Anyways, any other hatred?
No.
We're way behind.
Yeah, okay. Well, we're going to wrap that up by Luce Air Quality. Go to LUCE, airquality.com, 904-803-1014. Florida's expert indoor environmental professionals. If you got mold or mildew in your house, check them out. That's 904-803-1014. We'll be right back.
Summertime fun.
Singing Sweet Home Alabama all summer long.
Now that's hot. 1010 XL.
This is Coach Garris from Oakley. We highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists for our kids. We want our student athletes to be treated like the pros.
This is Dr. Aaron Bates with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. Our team is always ready to help with any orthopedic pain issue you may have. Visit us online at sc-ortho.com.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Hey, Hicken here for Roof It Right. Do not fall for the fly-by-night roofer scam this storm season. Remember, a reputable roofer will not show up at your home without an appointment and will never pressure you to sign over your insurance rights. If you encounter a storm-chasing roofer, stop and call my friends at Roof It Right. Roof It Right, your local, trusted, Master Elite roofing contractor, offering free in-person or contactless appointments all storm season long. RoofItRightFL.com. That's RoofItRightFL.com. Roof It Right so you can sleep at night.
Hey, this is Sonny's Barbecue Pitmaster Shannon Snell back with another Pitmaster Pro Tip. Never sauce your food too early when grilling or smoking. Barbecue sauces are normally high in sugar, so they need roughly 20 minutes of heat to caramelize on a piece of meat. Saucing too early will burn the sugars onto your meat, giving it a really bad appearance. If you're looking for a great tasting sauce, head into your local Sonny's and pick up a bottle, or order it online at sonnysbbq.com. Sonny's BBQ.
When it's summer in Northeast Florida, you need to know you can count on your cooling system. Cooler times will come, but fall is a long way off. You don't have to sweat it out. Call Mike Merritt's Heating and Air. A small adjustment may be all you need. And Mike Merritt's Heating and Air is here to get your system in tip-top condition. If you do need something new, Mike Merritt offers a 10-year warranty on new systems. That gives you peace of mind you won't find anywhere else. Year in, year out, people wonder, what's Mike Merritt's secret? What can explain 30 years of excellence? The answer is simple. Mike Merritt is always ready to help and never an overtime charge. Merritt's techs work without commissions. They only do what you need. Merritt's cheerful staff is ready to help anytime. Call today. License number CAC 050384. on the web at meritair.com.
How much do you pay for your homeowner's insurance? Get an instant quote with Southern Oak Insurance. Find out how much you'll save at southernoak.com.
Our family protecting yours. Southern Oak Insurance.
Former Jacksonville Pro Bowler Leon Searcy is serving up lunch on XL Primetime.
When we hit July, I'm going to go buy a set of pads. I'm going to put you in them.
Brought to you by Wingstop.
You're about me in them. I'm going to put you in them.
Weekdays at noon on 1010XL.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative. Are the company's Zoom calls getting boring? Might be a good time to order some new logo caps or temporary tattoos. Check them out online at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
All offers are with approved credit and not a conjunction. See dealer for complete details. Summer clearance event.
Get some distance between you and everybody else when you get a great deal on the best car, truck, or SUV from Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Arlington. Drive a new Ram truck and get up to $10,000 off MSRP. Get 0% financing for 72 months. All new Dodge Journeys are clearance price at up to $5,000 off. Save up to $7,000 on Dodge Charger or Challenger. Check out our inventory at #1CJD.com. Then come in for a test drive, or we can deliver right to you. We want to get you in a new car, truck, or SUV today. Enjoy 0% financing for 72 months. Drive a new Compass from only $189 a month, or a new Cherokee from only $229 a month. Take advantage of our great summer clearance event today. Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Arlington, 9600 Atlantic Boulevard, across from the Regency Square Mall.
When you're feeling the stress of current events, a long week at work, or just need to unwind, there's nothing better than a fine, premium cigar. And there's no better place to go than Tobacco Cove on Bay Meadows Road. Tobacco Cove is the perfect place to find the best in premium cigars, pipes, and all the accessories to create an experience that will melt the worries and stress away. When you stop by, our knowledgeable staff can assist you in picking cigars to go, or just relax in our clean, socially distanced lounge to watch the game or enjoy a conversation. Either way, you'll feel right at home at Tobacco Cove, 3849 Bay Meadows Road.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
Because it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got nothing to do.
The Sports Den brought to you by thehumidor.com. Go to thehumidor.com, get all your favorite cigars. Type in Sports Den at checkout, you get 20% off. Also, check out ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. Get you a bottle, get something good this weekend. Celebrate and toast to the good life. Now, you were talking during the break about something.
Let me, so I'm going to give you a name here. The name is Segundo Oliva Pinto.
I'm assuming he's African.
What?
What?
I don't know. Seduco.
Segundo Pinto.
I'm gonna.
Seduco Alovo.
It's very Spanish.
Yeah.
Pinto? Just because it's a bean?
No, Segundo.
I ain't never
Pinto.
heard of
And yeah, like
never heard of Segundo.
Yes, he is. He is definitely.
Segundo means like second, right?
Well,
it does.
Let me tell you what happened to Segundo.
One my dog, Segundo.
Yeah, second.
So the U.S. Amateur is a massive golf tournament that is one of the hardest golf tournaments to win because it's stages. So you have to qualify for another round and another round, another round. Then when you get to the finals of the U.S. Amateur, it is a 64 seed one-on-one match. You have to advance each and every time.
How many rounds you got to play? That's
a ton.
Crazy.
Yes, it's crazy. Like the guys that win the U.S. Amateur have gone
legit.
through. Yes, I mean go look at the names. It's crazy. So. Segundo was playing in the quarterfinals. Pretty dang good, right? Hole 18, which is the last hole.
Okay.
The U.S. Amateur. Round of 16 match. He's in the green side bunker. Okay? Match is all square. As he's in the bunker, his caddy, Brant Brewer, for some reason, gets into the bunker, reaches down and touches the sand.
I don't even know what that's.
Not even near him.
Exactly.
It disqualified him. It's against the rules.
I got disqualified because of my caddy?
Because the caddy.
Not
I'm
me.
watching a video and like he's not even near It's like I don't even.
It looks like he's like drawing up a football play in the sand with his fingers.
Right.
I'm not sure what
he's
he's
not
doing.
near the. I don't know if he's trying to see how soft the sand is.
That's a good point.
I don't know what he's trying to do. But that action by the caddy cost Segundo the match. And all of this work.
Hands were thrown.
Segundo today says that this caddy was in tears, heartbroken about what had happened.
I don't care about that.
We should also give context that this kid had to come from out of the country.
Yes, correct.
I think he's from Colombia.
Yes.
Oh.
That's
This
why
the caddy was in tears.
This wasn't like a thought.
That's why the caddy was in tears. He knows.
So he says, I posted a picture on my Instagram saying it's not his fault. It could happen to anyone. He's not used to playing on the big stage in competition, so he didn't know the rules. He goes on to say, I told him that if I can forgive him, everyone can forgive him because I felt bad with the social burden on him with everyone posting on Twitter and Instagram.
It's beautiful.
My thought was I want to leave this place like a man, and I think I did. There's always something positive about the negative.
He reached out to the caddy and they've, made amends or whatever. And the caddy was crying about it or whatever. My beef isn't with the caddy. My beef is with golf and their rules, dude. Right. I mean, we had Dustin Johnson not win a major 10 years ago because of some sand in his club. And, he didn't know sand was there and you're not supposed to put your club down. Dude, the rules are goofy. Just call me a hater. I love watching golf, but man, you guys are really too uppity with some of your rules, man.
That's why
if you fill out the wrong score on your scorecard, your entire
if you sign
round
for it,
is done basically.
Yeah, if you sign a scorecard that's not accurate,
even though we're all
Brian
watching,
DeChambeau is always arguing.
Yeah, he's always
that makes sense.
But think about that.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I might forgive him later on. I'm not forgiving you right then.
Not right.
That's too
not
too
this
quick.
week.
I mean,
too quick. Man.
Think about how
try Jesus. Please don't try me.
So apparently there's a song by Tribe Called Quest, Left My Wallet in El Segundo.
That's funny.
Oh yeah, okay. Now it makes sense. Now I got it. I've heard of that song. I can't quote the lyrics, but I've heard of that.
Now I'm just reading this. It's I can't imagine if it was just a normal tournament. So if this was just a pro and it was I wouldn't feel that bad. This is an amateur who's not making money, who just literally had to gruel through.
Yeah, that's a grind, man.
Oh, all of this, and he is down to the last hole in the round of 16.
To quote, we were talking about this guy, I believe during the break. No, Cat Williams.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And he had a very very wise quote in this critically acclaimed
Don't mess with 13-year-olds.
That too.
Oh.
This critically acclaimed film and that came out around the holidays called Friday After Next. And it was when one of his workers had done something and she said, "I'm sorry." And he said, "Young lady, don't be sorry. Young lady, be careful." And that's all I could have said to him at that moment. But he said another word other than young lady, but it's just, I can't understand why, his humbleness and his empathy is beyond the level that I can comprehend.
You think he's lying about it, or you think he's just?
I think he's being a bigger person.
Yeah.
But I would have cussed out. I wouldn't have just cussed out my caddy.
Here's the thing.
The rules person would have had to got some words.
This is the worst part. It's not his caddy. It was just a random guy that the course gives you. So it's here's a guy.
So that's not even my ace.
Know.
My God.
Yeah,
that's not even my ace. That's not my day one.
Yeah, you don't know this guy.
Oh, man, so the course gave this dude to me, and he just cost.
Yes.
No.
This
guy still had the heart to apologize to a random.
I'm calling Griselda and saying "Hey man, we gotta talk to this joker right here, man."
Who's Griselda?
He's Colombian, right? Griselda
I don't know
Blanco.
who you're talking about.
Griselda Blanco, one of the cartel people.
Now you're right.
That is a person.
That does make it a lot worse. I didn't realize that.
Oh, this is a lady.
The caddy was a lady?
No, Griselda.
Oh, Griselda Blanco? Yeah, Black Widow.
La Madrina.
Yeah, she was one of the Cocaine Cowboys too.
She's from Medellin.
Like you gotta go watch Cocaine Cowboys too.
I will.
You'll see why my truck is called Griselda. But
Baker Mayfield says he's in a much better state mentally and physically. Do y'all care?
Give a damn what Baker Mayfield is in.
They suck, and he's gonna suck.
He told reporters that he lost myself and I wasn't able to be who I am for the team.
Yeah, you're kind of smart.
Because he began to doubt himself while slumping across the board. He referenced the late Kobe Bryant by saying he needed to recapture his Mamba mentality and said that he feels he's in a more positive place after the offseason.
Oh my God. I'll just jump in the river, man. Jump in that Cleveland River, dude. Just
We're gonna hear a lot of that this year.
God,
I'm doing this for Kobe.
Man, Kobe didn't even know who you were.
Two things that I really, really want to be petty about, and I do it on the other side. One of them is Tekashi 6ix9ine. It's something that he did that was very disrespectful. And then one of them is about a guy trying to defend his coach that I just deem very disrespectful and don't like it happening on my set. So we'll come through with the last segment of the Sports Den brought to you by thehumidor.com soon.
Dan Hicken.
Every time you go up in the air, you're unsafe and dangerous.
Jeff Prosser.
It's a wild card. That's by the seat of his pants.
The Drill.
Woo! Rock and roll.
Mornings on 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
We have clearance, Clarence.
All offers are with approved credit and not in conjunction. See dealer for complete details. Summer clearance event.
Enjoy real buying power at Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Bay Meadows. Drive a new Dodge Charger or Challenger and save up to $7,000 off MSRP. Get up to $10,000 off Ram trucks. We need your trade and we'll pay more for it. Come in for a test drive or we'll bring the test drive to you. Jacksonville Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, leading the way. I-295 and Bay Meadows.
Brakes for less is what we do. We know drums, rotors, pads, and shoes. If there's a squeal in your wheel, come see the best. 733 Stop.
Brakes for less.
All we do
are brakes for less.
In 1919, my great-grandfather founded Catlin as a Studebaker dealership, and now we're the oldest truck accessory store in the U.S. This is Keith Catlin, and I'm proud to be the fourth-generation owner. If you need anything for your truck, van, or SUV, come see it. From Lear toppers to rolling lot bed covers, to trailer hitches, and everything in between. Let us take care of all your accessory needs. Quality count at Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
Pyramex is a national leader in safety products, and you can find them at Ritz Safety in Jacksonville. Safety eyewear, goggles, hard hats, and more in stock and ready to ship. Keep your workers protected with proven industry-leading PPE from Pyramex at great prices. Visit ritzsafety.com to order or stop by the Phillips Highway location to see their wide array of Pyramex products. Pyramex and Ritz Safety, a winning combo to help your team stay safe on the job.
If you're a man over 45, have frequent urination, an urgent need to go, a weak flow, or waking at night to urinate, it's time to consider UroLift. This is Dr. West, urologist with McKeever Clinic. UroLift is a non-invasive outpatient procedure with minimal downtime. If you suffer from an enlarged prostate and want to avoid the sexual side effects of medication and invasive surgery, UroLift may be for you. Contact McKeever Clinic at 355-6583. That's 355-6583.
Hey, it's Allie McDeal. If you missed the Best Bet Poker Show, you can find it at bestbetjacks.com. Choose from an array of interviews with pros on our archive shows, or find discussion on strategy topics that you've been dying to learn. Catch us live every Wednesday on 1010XL.
Peninsular Pest Control's fertilization and weed suppression program is great if you don't have a lot of spare time. And it will probably cost you less than it would if you did it yourself. Call Peninsular Pest Control today at 389-3491 for a free consultation or go online to crittergetter.com. Be sure to ask about the $30 discount on new services. Remember, Peninsular is your critter getter.
Bueller, air conditioning repairs. Seriously, guys. Hey, Hicken here. Not only are my friends at Bueller Air Conditioning the coolest guys in the business, they truly are the best at air conditioning repairs. Take it from me. I use them in my home, and from start to finish, they are absolutely terrific. So when the heat gets too much for your home, call Bueller Air and stay cooler with Bueller.
Bueller Air. Stay cooler with Bueller.
Well, they've done it again. The Next Tire Outlet store is now open in Arlington, the 12th location. It's a brand new facility with all new equipment for your full-service car repair and tire needs. Tire Outlet will be doing tons of grand opening specials too, starting with $18.99 oil changes during the entire month of August. So get out there and visit the brand new Tire Outlet location on the corner of Fort Caroline and Merrill Road.
Wholesale prices, premium service, Tire Outlet.
Instant Keys specializes in creating replacement automotive keys and keyless entry remotes, even when all the originals are lost or broken. Instant Keys provides expert service for nearly every foreign and domestic vehicle, including the high-end luxury models like BMW, Mercedes, Lexus, and Infiniti. With Instant Keys, you'll get dealership-level service at a fraction of the cost without the hassles. For honest professional locksmith service, call the best around. Instant Keys, 722-1111.
You missing live sports? Then now's the time to order a custom set of cornhole boards and learn the best social distancing sport around. Visit Mystic Cornhole on Phillips Highway and pick up your new set today from mysticcornholecompany.com.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. You're listening to the Sports Den on 1010XL.
Because it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got nothing to do.
Wrapping up Petty Friday, little Nipsey Hussle instead of our normal Jay-Z. And there's a reason why, because I tease our hate o'clock. There's one thing that Mad Dads always tells us is that we should stop embracing the no snitch policy. And I agree with it, but if you're a goon and you did something and you only snitched to get time off, you should be ridiculed. And he's definitely not a really good rapper anyway. So, but the guy in the background was a well-respected rapper, Nipsey Hussle. No, this is Tekashi 6ix9ine I'm talking about. Nipsey did not like Tekashi while he was alive. In fact, on a rap record, speak like like weird people, with the one Rick Ross, he had a song. He had a bar that said, "You can't name a fake person who is not exposed." Why you people so surprised that Tekashi told? Well, Tekashi was in L.A. Do you know what Tekashi went and defaced by his mere presence? Was the mural of Nipsey Hussle.
So you don't want him
in
even
Crenshaw
going there.
Yeah, he went to where everybody pays homage to Nipsey. It was just so entirely disrespectful. And he did it in a way that Tekashi only does it. He made, like, his people went and recorded some time without him being there. He spent like 2 seconds there in front of the mural, and they edited the rest of it to make it seem like he was there in front of them the entire time. It's terrible.
He is a great crap stirrer,
right?
I guess.
I don't know anything.
He's a
about
terrible
this dude.
rapper.
Terrible. But he knows how to get clicks, and he knows how to like piss people off.
And the irony of all of
tattoos
it,
on his face.
the irony of all of it is that that's what led to the demise of Nipsey. Is a guy who was a snitch, who snitched on some people. He told him that you can't be around here. I don't want you around here. And then that guy came back and murdered him. So disrespect for Nipsey, but even more disrespect.
Maybe he got what he deserved, because I'm looking at an article right now from a few days ago that says Tekashi 6ix9ine broke his wrist tripping over a dog at home.
Nice.
Wow.
Appreciate it.
Karma.
But no, he did have his arm in a sling. So when he was doing that. But anyways, so what I'm really mad about is, okay, Mike Norvell is Mike Norvell. He keeps getting himself in trouble, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's FSU coach, and I get it. But some Memphis player decided to open his funky mouth and disrespect my alma mater, saying we some silver spoon-fed hucksters, basically. And to you, just because you in the projects in Memphis doesn't mean you have to disrespect the actual program that has a winning heritage. Like, just enjoy yourself. And Mike might have been dope up in Memphis. Mike might be great at FSU. But we don't need you talking about us. This is family business. So you shut up and you worry about your own program. I don't know. He ain't making. He
plays at Memphis. How good can he be?
I don't know. How many name a Memphis? Name 2 Memphis players.
Go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, shut up. Stop trying to make a name for yourself.
Who is that
off of
quarterback?
us.
Paxton Lynch.
Yes.
There we go. Fine. Sure. Great.
Is he still in the league?
Doubt it.
But my thing
He was
is,
a first-round pick, wasn't he?
Was it? Here's the thing. Don't interject yourself in Big 3 Twitter if you ain't in Big 3 Twitter.
Yeah, first round.
Stay your ass on the outside and enjoy the ride. Like your coach ain't done nothing at Florida State. Everything he did was at Memphis, and y'all ride on that. So that's my
mind your business.
Yeah, stay the hell out of our family issues, man. But anyways,
So you're going on vacation.
Yeah.
So you're out next week.
Yeah, I'm tired. I'm already tired of these kids. MFTK till I die. So when I'm going out here in front of all of these kids, so I gotta take a vacation.
Yeah, have fun with that tomorrow. Awesome stuff, man. Awesome stuff going on in Tallahassee with James. Backpack drive and books and everything else. So good stuff.
Yeah.
James will be on vacation next week. I won't. I'll be here. JJ, you'll be here, right?
I will.
All right.
Until he does the morning show.
Exactly. Yeah. It's the me and JJ show next week.
You have bring nobody in? Oh, all right. Well, go on that. Hey, I'll see y'all in 2 weeks. Denny, have a good time. Peace.
Covering the Jaguars in every day.